Hello, this is where we cut open Nollywood, the complex magic-making machine, and bring into your homes the various aspects of this vibrant movie industry. I am Kuyi Shotadi, and this is Nollywood Uncut. Glad you can join us. He studied at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Southwest Nigeria. A director, a producer, editor, score composer, screenwriter with a career spanning over 2 decades. Sneeze, as he's known in the industry, got his first movie credit in 1998 with Two Good Men. Outstanding recognitions from 2012 when he directed the psychological thriller Turn. Then Damage, Cold Feet, Stalker, Last Three Digits, Alter Ego, Crazy People, American Driver, On Royal, and of course, Merry Men 2, which emerged the second highest grossing movie of 2019 in Nigeria, with over 240 million naira in the cinema and still making more from Netflix. Please sit back and reacquaint yourself with Moses Nwang. We want to thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to have this chat with us again.
Always my pleasure.
Now, look, between the last time we spoke and now, there has been several projects.
Yeah.
But one thing is constant about you. If you look at the top 10 box office films, you will have one there that you directed, or you directed and wrote, or you directed, produced, and wrote. What is that magic ingredient that Sneeze has?
I think the major one would be consistency of standard. You know, if you have a standard, then I think you should maintain it, you know, regardless of what the situation presents. And with Nigerian filmmaking, in Nigeria, there's always this situation that will make you that will behove you to drop your standard. And if you fall to those situations and drop your standard by the scenes you film, you realize that at the end of the day you come up with a film that is below standard. By the time you knit all those scenes together, you realize that you've come up with you've shot a film that's below even your own standard. So it's always having that at the back of your mind while on set, while taking those individual shots, shooting those individual scenes, making sure that you get the best of every situation you find yourself, and then also ensuring that you're telling a very good story, a story that people want to hear. That's another thing with blockbusters. You might have a great film, but if people are not interested in the story you are trying to tell, then they won't be interested in your film. So inevitably, it's not going to be one of them blockbusters. So yeah.
Yeah, I was speaking to someone, and the actress mentioned and said, if I have money now, I'll just get one story and I'll go to mention your name to Moses Nwang and have a film shot. Have you ever had mumu scripts, you know, that you looked at and said, okay, for the money I'll do this?
Nah, impossible. I mean, the thing is, there's no story that is bad. No story is bad. You can make a very similarly bad story look good. Let me tell you, I can tell you a story about a man that's sitting down and staring at his window for 24 hours, and that's what the story is all about, and it will still be captivating and interesting. Do you understand? It's about treatment. So when people approach me with scripts, and it's mumu, as you have said, I don't immediately condemn it, because I know that it can. I mean, it's all what this is what filmmaking is all about. there's that developmental stage for your stories, for the scripts, before you proceed to the location and pre-production. So there's research, there's development of script in this stage. That's where you ensure that your story is exactly what you want to see it as a film. You know, So you come with me, you approach me with a story, and it's not strong enough. Like I said, there's no story that is bad. It's about how you go. It's all about the way you go about treating that story, that will either make it good or bad. Yeah. So yeah, whatever story I get approached with is something I can take on and ensure that the film that comes out of that story is great.
Your comments, your 5 hate-filled comments, chipped away at the very foundation of all the things I've built. You mind stepping back at this point?
Any day you see snake on one side of the road coming towards you, then Frank, what you coming on the other end? Please watch to the side of snake, because Frank Orji is a devil.
Now, just for the benefits of those who haven't seen the previous interview, can we recap and go back to Surulere and how it all began and how you got there to now multiple awards? And
well, I mean, it's been 20 years coming, 1999, 2000 was when I started my sojourn as a filmmaker in Surulere and popular ECOWAS and Winnie's Hotel, where a lot of the filmmakers used to gather. And from there, I have grown, I have learned, I have sweated, I have given off my blood to ensure that I keep making these films. Because I mean, that's about the thing I'm passionate. That's the only thing I'm passionate about, and I've stuck to it over the years. And it's just, for me, it's just I just keep telling the stories. I mean, 20 years and now I'm still doing the same thing.
how quickly can we get back? Because this thing has like taken us. We are looking forward to Nollywood going forward in leaps and bounds. But this thing seems to have taken us back to Stone Age.
Yes, it has definitely set us back a lot. Me, for my production company, we're still developing, because I was about to make a film. I actually was about to make a film titled Lockdown before the lockdown came and locked us down. Yeah, that's the film I was trying to make. And right now, if I put out that film, a lot of people would think, oh, you are chasing the story. But obviously, I've had that script. The first time I emailed that script to someone was 2016. So I've had that script for like, 4 years plus now. So we are developing protocols on how to ensure safety of cast and crew on set. I was going to, like I said, I was going to take on Lockdown. Lockdown would require a crew strength of about minimum of 100 people on set. So first thing that came to mind was, so let's not take on that project. That project is big. I'm talking about 100 crew members on set. For the actors, we have the major actors. We think we'll be having about 10 people on set at a time, or maybe 8. And then we have extras, a large number of extras on set at a time. And we looked at it and we said we might not be able to manage this amount of bodies in one place for now. So the first idea that came was for me to take on a smaller script, but still very intense one. It's titled Emergency Room, and I said, yeah, let's do this other script first. So that's what we're working on now. Try to get the script ready and get the casting going, and then get on location. So by the time we're done with that, and then we might have developed a proper health risk-free protocol for engaging actors and crew members on set and making sure everyone is kept safe.
Let's talk seriously now about, making films. There's so many young filmmakers making short films. They're even shooting with their phones now. putting it online, especially comedy skits and everything. But what would you say, because you're a man of standard, you're a man of quality, what would you say to that young man who is looking up to you right now, looking at you and saying, how do I become that director?
I think if they have already picked up a camera, whatever camera it is, whether it's their phone or some small camera, I think they have taken the boldest step ever in terms of trying to become a filmmaker. Tell your story. Take the first step. Pick up a camera and film anything, record anything and put it out there. You know, tell your story, whatever story it is you want to tell. It's interesting. Someone out there will find it interesting. Sometimes you look at some of the most boring videos on YouTube and they already have 1 million views because someone out there is that your story, regardless of how stupid it might look to some people, will resonate with a lot more other people, you know. So make that move, tell that story. You know, you don't have to start thinking about that standard from the onset. Oh, I want to film with 2 cameras, high-end cameras, the Reds and the Arri Alexas of this world. I want like 20 lights on set. I want to film with the biggest actors. No, I think you should start as small as your situation can allow you. So the first step is tell your story. Second step is develop your mind. Develop your mind as a filmmaker. Develop your skills. And then that's when training comes in. You need to train properly to become whatever you want to be. If you want to become a director, then train in that regard. If you want to become a makeup artist, train. If you want to become a production designer, which is a job that I find very, very interesting. If I wasn't a director, I'd probably be a production designer because, you know, making the set looks great, making it befitting enough for the character that's going to be placed in it, and making sure the character the character suits the set is placed in I think is an incredible job, you know, to have. Film is a reflection of real life. We're just trying to mirror life into a device, whether for you to stream it on your TV or watching on you know, on devices and all that. So the only thing that you need to do, ensure that it is as real as it is. If it's not real, then you're doing it intentionally to entertain people. You know, like in Merry Men, there's a scene where AY hit 3 guys and they somersaulted and they went. It was very exciting to a lot of people, and that was a desired effect. You know, I didn't put that stunt in there because I thought it was real. I thought it could happen in real life. I put it there because it was one of those hair-raising moments that I wanted to have in the film, where people be like, oh wow, oh shit. Whether you believe, whether you start thinking or start criticizing, no, this can't happen in real life. That's your business.
Hello, Nana Makana. Whichever idiot kidnapper that took my love, God will punish them. Anyway, I want to pay her bride price. I'm ready now.
That's her husband.
What, you can play music, you can score, you haven't acted, have you?
No.
What's the future for Sneeze?
For Sneeze, the future is right here. It's here. And I don't even think I will live long enough to fulfill this future. You see this? These are my films. These are the films I have. The number 1, Lockdown, I Want to Die, 13 Old People, Face the Music, Team, Bad Comments, I've shot that one, Emergency Room, Herdsman, Throwback, Element. So I have a lot of titles, and let me scroll down quickly. I have 86 of them. 86 titles. Fantastic stories. I have to tell these stories in my lifetime. I don't think I'll be able to tell all of it in my lifetime. So I have to give some out to trusted filmmakers that I know that will handle it well. So in future, expect the best from not just me, from Nollywood.
I really want to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you've got to run out.
Yeah.
We hope that we'll be able to have this chat again sometime.
Thank you.
Thanks.